viewers, you watch ATV News on 9 January 2022 at 10 AM with me, Mahabbatul Afiqoh. Headline news this time will preach news of Semeru volcano erupt. People warned to stay away. Semeru volcano on Java Island erupted early on Sunday, 19 December 2021, spewing a 2 km (1.24 miles) high ash column, prompting authorities to warn people to stay away from the eruption range. In early December 2021, the eruption of Semeru, Java's tallest mountain, ejected ash clouds and pyroclastic flows that killed at least 46 people and left several missing, while thousands were displaced. Well, we will connect with my colleague Anggun SarnilaWati on the scene of the crime, Lumajang.
Thanks to Afiqoh. Good morning viewers, I am certainly in Lumajang, Regent, East Java. Indonesian Semeru volcano on Java Island erupted early on Sunday, spewing a 2 km (1.24 miles) high ash column, prompting authorities to warn people to stay away from the eruption range. Early this month, the eruption of Semeru, Java's tallest mountain, ejected ash cloud and pyroclastic flow that killed at least 46 people and several missing, while thousands were displaced. More on Sunday, the early morning eruption resulted in dense white and gray ash cloud, according to Indonesian Center for Chronology and Geological Hazard Mitigation (PVMBZ). The agency warned nearby residents not to conduct any activity within a 5 km (3 miles) radius of the eruption center on to keep a 500 distance from riverside due to risks of lava flow. PVMBZ also told people to not conduct any activity within 13 southeast of the eruption center. With 142 volcanoes, Indonesia has the largest population globally living in close range to a volcano, including 8.6 million within 10 km (6 miles). I am Anggun SarnilaWati, reporter back to the studio, Adelia. Thank you.
Thank you, Anggun. Now we are going to know the next information with Adelia in the Semeru refugee camp, Lumajang.
Okay, and viewers, at the point I'm reporting on are in Semeru village, Candipuro sub-district. This is the main refuge post in Candipuro sub-district. The refuge camp is here because it is quite close to the disaster sites. Viewers, the current condition of being evacuated is only allowed by the local government in the morning and evening due to mutual condition. So, at night, refugees are not allowed to camp here but the boats. Refuge around here, such as village halls, have been appointed by the residents. Here, the main refuge post has also provided health services. Then the Ministry of Health and a team from the East Java BPBD Basarnas then here also has provided a public kitchen. I will inform you a little viewers that in the number of vehicles and ambulance are already here. The residents of the refuge camp are also very dependent on assistance from the BPBD of East Java province. There are several residents in this refuge who experience depression after the disaster. So far, there has been a number of assistance in the form of clothing, which it turned out that the refuge who live in this area really need it. Then there are also basic needs that have been given. There are also a number of volunteers from certain communities or universities who were on standby this afternoon. Well, I will return them to Mahabbatul Afiqoh in the studio.
Thank you, Adelia. Well, we are connected with the Regent of Lumajang, Miss Alifia Eka. Good morning, Miss Alifia.
Well, good morning, Miss Afiqoh and all.
I have questions for you, Miss. How's the current conditions of Lumajang, Miss Alifia?
For now, it is based on reports that the hot clouds and rain have started to subside, but they are still happening. The fall of hot clouds and rain caused some of this sub-district to be very dark, like at the night, and the hot clouds of Mount Semeru are worse than last year. Although the Semeru is in Lumajang, it is geographically close to Malang, and there are several slopes in the sub-district in Lumajang and some in Malang were severely damaged by hot mud and dust. That is Pronojiwo and Candipuro sub-district. And now the road conditions are muddy and bridge connect Lumajang with Malang, which is currently broken, making it difficult to evacuate. Until now, I still can't give detailed information about the condition at the slope, and I can give you detailed information about the victim. However, I got the news that some people are still trapped in Semeru.
And what fastest response to help Semeru victims in Lumajang is?
So long before the volcano erupted, Lumajang residents were given disaster response training, so most of the residents have saved themselves from the disaster. And now there is a new evacuation route from the slopes of Semeru and already available shelters. I received information that many were trapped because of the dark clouds, and there will be a process of mutual cooperation from the team that has been provided and the community's involvement that can help each other. We will do it until the evening for the investigation process. The team will check from one house to another. However, we also ask for help to personnel from several nearby areas in East Java province to help evacuate residents. Food and clothing are available from existing aid and equipment, so for the needs of refugees, everything is there. And what is still a problem is rescuing residents trapped on the slope of Mount Semeru.
Thank you, Miss Alifia. Now we are also connected with Miss Alfi Husna Safitri as a psychologist. Good morning, Miss Alfi.
Good morning, Miss Afiqoh.
I have questions for you, Miss. How's the current conditions of the Semeru victims, especially their mentality?
The Semeru eruption of last December must have been devastating for thousands of affected citizens. As we know, citizens not only lose property and homes, but also may have lost some family members who have disappeared or even dead during this natural disaster. And certainly the loss of the impact of disaster will have psychological trauma. As many have in previous cases, the trauma people feel is not only caused by the loss of property and relative, but fear of what they have experienced will happen again in the future. And as we know, each citizen is facing a very difficult situations by having to adjust to a different condition. The psychological trauma of citizens can impact over the long time because eruption is type of disaster with sudden impact. This loss causes its own stress level and creates a psychological burden, like the experience of victim escaping from head clouds or hearing the voice, has a special psychological impact on residents.
And one question again is, what should the Semeru victims do to reduce the trauma?
Well, certainly it's our duty with the rest of our colleges to try to come up with the best solution to help people reduce their sense of trauma and stress. Because natural disaster can indeed disrupt a person's psychological condition by threatening the safety of his soul and causing the loss of his livelihood. Psychological impact treatment of victims in the context of natural disaster is done by providing psychosocial support. It has been suggested that recovery of trauma is intended to forget traumatic events, while human memories make it impossible to forget such bitter events as disaster. Therefore, instead of forgetting, victims will be invited to escape from the bondage of fear if memories of disaster arise. And basically, there are communities that need special attention in dealing with the psychological impact of disaster. The group is elderly, children, women, and disabled.
Alright, thanks to the reporters and guests for the information. Viewers, this is the ATV News for today. You can follow the next development in ATV News. I am Mahabbatul Afiqoh. See you.